If a farmer sprays within 10% of his target rate without a controller, he's doing a fantastic job. But at a 10% error, he could easily be wasting $2 per acre in chemical costs. Now you multiply that by 1,000 acres or so every year, there's a lot of money to be saved by investing in electronic controls.
The crop injury part could probably really cost you a lot more. You know, if you over-apply certain chemicals, you know, if you take away a bushel of anything, or 2 or 3 bushel or 5 bushel, that's where you really start talking some dollars, I believe, on crop injuries.
Over-applying, you know, you could do some damage, you know, on the greens or teas, whatever's being applied. And under-applied, you know, well, just like shooting water on the greens, they won't do nothing, you know.
Under-applying, if you don't get control, and then there you are again, you don't get yield, you're gonna suffer in yield, and that sure makes dollars in the end.
It's probably more important than ever for farmers to use electronic sprayer controls for 2 reasons. One is the economics, and the second is the environmental benefits.
Where the EPA is really clamping down on guys now to keep them chemical levels at a certain level.
We used to spray without controls, and now we got everything electronic controls, which makes things much easier and faster.
Because of the amount of the number of applications that are made on turf, you know, electronic controls really do make a lot of sense for a golf course superintendent or any turf care professional.
We go over all our acres probably twice, because we like putting pre-chemicals on, and then we come back with a post-control, and then even our hay and wheat acres need sprayed. So we're talking maybe 5,000 acres or more, and you get adding up 5,000 acres, and if you got, if that just costs you $1 an acre, like you was off that much, you're talking $5,000, and it sure don't take long to pay for a good monitoring system.
In the seemingly unpredictable age of microelectronics, much is still quite predictable. Weeds, bugs, and other pests right on schedule, for example. Nor does it take a futurist to predict that the cost of chemical controls will continue to be high, if not higher, as will the cost of fuel, equipment, labor, and other expenses related to spraying. It's also clear that anyone applying crop or turf protectants will face the challenge of protecting our environment and meeting increasingly stringent EPA standards. Another fact, without precise, reliable, and easy-to-use electronic monitoring and control of your sprayer, you're sure to over-apply or under-apply chemicals. And predictably, spraying has its harsher realities. Fatigued and distracted operators pressed for time, constant jarring vibration, spray components exposed directly to all types of weather, rapid changes in terrain, the predictability of hitting that occasional rock, hole, or fence post which can damage your spray rig, and the near inevitability of plugging and even breaking nozzles. If your monitor control system has no fast way of noticing and responding, you probably won't notice either. Still another predictable fact, the easier and simpler it is for operators to control the spraying function and to adjust rapidly for different crops and conditions, the greater their productivity and the more apt they'll be to finish the spraying operation correctly within critical time frames. It's also safe to predict that, to fit their special needs and preferences, users will continue to want a choice of control systems, offering different capabilities and advantages. Equally predictable is the fact that the company you can count on to provide today's most advanced, user-friendly electronic monitor controls is the company with half a century experience designing and manufacturing the best parts of your sprayer systems. From color-coded tips and nozzles to easy-to-use boom components, from line strainers, valves, and spray guns to calibration and adjustment accessories. No brand has more experience or is more respected for predictable reliability, innovative user-friendliness, service, and precision performance than Spraying Systems' TeeJet brand.
Well, TeeJet, it's been around forever. That's all your tips and nozzles, and we've always knew the name TeeJet. Anytime you need to get a book out and find out what the rate is or what the setting is, you grab your TeeJet book. So when they come out with a spray system and invest on a little bit on investigation, we figure it's probably one of the better ones to be looking at, and I believe it is.
The TeeJet line now includes the two most technologically advanced, yet most applicator-friendly electronic monitoring and control systems in the world, far surpassing all competing systems by enabling farmers, turf managers, and custom applicators to control the realities of spraying with the predictable precision of TeeJet.
Spraying systems and TeeJet brand name has got a lot of experience in spraying both in turf and agricultural applications, and we really feel like we've been able to bring that experience to play with the development of both the 855 and the 844. And they're designed not in some laboratory environment where everything's always right, but they've been designed to be effective in the real world.
We went with the new 855 monitor this year because we thought it was the most advanced to date. And we like the mounting part of it, the programming part of it, the capabilities of it, the 5-section shut-off because we run a big sprayer.
I think the advantage is the preciseness of the thing, and this year, I mean, it was just, we ordered chemicals, and it's one of the first years I guess we've ever really ordered and used what we bought to begin with. I mean, you can kind of say it's going to be so much per acre and so many gallons or pints or ounces per acre, and we didn't have to go back to the elevator and buy any extra. I mean, it was just exactly what we had ordered.
And that thing is sure on the money every time. It's just real accurate. And we don't have carryover. We ain't got to worry about getting rid of something. It's in the tank, it's gone. I mean, we're done, and it's just real precise.
In addition to the outstanding precision for which spraying systems is known, TeeJet 855 offers the ultimate in predictable, fail-safe reliability. This includes the built-in redundancy of monitoring both flow from the tank and pressure at the tips.
This way you flip over, if your pressure would go down, you rely on the flow meter. If your flow meter goes down, you flip over the pressure setting and keep on going.
When both flow and pressure systems are operating, they are continually compared by the computer to identify any discrepancy. Also, TeeJet 855 is the first system to feature an LED display that continuously confirms that sensors are monitoring the flow out of the tank, pressure at the tips, and speed at the sprayer wheels.
The LEDs is something that no other company has, and as you're spraying, they are lit, and if they're not lit, then you've got a malfunction in that area.
Perhaps the greatest competitive advantage of TeeJet spray controls is their extraordinary user or applicator friendliness.
And to go into programming mode is real simple on it, and if I want to pull up something, if I want to change something, I can pull it up, and it don't take long at all to change something.
Not only is the TeeJet 855 user-friendly, it provides extraordinary capabilities, such as the ability to program 4 presets, twice as many as competing systems.
That's one of the main reasons we bought the thing, is because as we go through a field, our main we mainly band. And when you come to those areas where there was extra weed pressure, we just hit selection B on the rate and switched over from banders to broadcast and just kept right on going. And it changed the rate right on the go. So it really works nice.
We like that real well because we do a lot of different types of spraying. We do burn downs and with different chemicals because we run the triple body anyway, and we're running 3 different kinds of tips. I don't have to reprogram any tip at any time all year long. I just press the A, B, C, or D tip I want and go.
With 2 displays, you can compare your actual rate of application to your target rate. At any time, you can check your speed, pressure, acres covered, and access a wide range of other information, from the amount of time you have spent spraying a particular field to the volume remaining in the tank.
If you got long rows, like you're spraying half-mile rows, and you know about how many acres you can do in a round with your boom, it'll save you from driving over extra crop to get back to that truck and get filled up.
To simplify record keeping and to provide printouts of program presets, TeeJet 855 offers the option of a printer.
It just seems to offer every angle of a sprayer you'd ever want of a spray controller, and And like I said, the printers, I think a big thing.
Each component of the TeeJet 855 reflects Spraying Systems' total dedication to quality and to engineering systems that work in the real world of crop and turf management. This same expertise, combined with technology so advanced it disguises its complexity, has resulted in the most user-friendly electronic spray control on the market today, the incomparable TeeJet 844.
The great thing about the 844 is that it's the easiest to use sprayer control on the market. It has 4 pieces of information constantly displayed. The application rate, the acres that have been covered, the sprayer pressure, and the sprayer speed are always available to the operator at all times.
This is much accurate. You know, you just punch a number, it's going to spray, and amount per acres, you know, gallons per minute pressure, and then just go and spray, and it never fails.
It has up to 5 boom section controls, a master boom switch, an auto manual switch, and an increase and decrease button that can be used to either increase and decrease the target rate or the spraying pressure in manual mode. And that's all there is to it.
Well, the other thing I could tell you is it's so easy to program. You know, anybody can do the program.
The target application rate is so easy to program in the 844 that it really eliminates the need to have preset rates like rate 1 or rate 2 or A, B, C, D. This is the calibration mode where I can choose my nozzle capacity for my target. I've already told the controller that my target application rate is 20 gallons per acre, and that's information that you'd normally get from the chemical label. As you can see, there's an arrow flashing, and that's pointing at a particular color of spray tip that I'm to use to achieve this rate. It's also showing me the speed that I would travel if my sprayer was at 40 psi to achieve that target rate of 20 gallons per acre. So if I increase my tip capacity, there I'm showing a brown tip or a 0.5 gallons per minute capacity. I have to go 4.9 miles per hour to achieve that rate at 40 psi. If I go to yet a larger tip, I have to increase to 5.9. An 08 capacity, I have to go 7.9 miles per hour. So this is a very convenient way to choose the proper size tip for a comfortable speed in my application. And that's really a unique feature because it takes away the need to cross-reference a catalog to find out this information. That also makes it very easy to tell an employee merely to set it to the brown tip or the red tip, and he's ready to go. You don't have to try to write down all the tip information and all the technicalities of the calibration process. It's really very simple. Another important aspect is that it has a non-volatile memory so that when you disconnect it from the power source, it doesn't lose all its programming. So it's easy to come back and get started again without having to reprogram the unit every time.
Regardless of their reasons for choosing either TeeJet 844 or TeeJet 855, farmers, turf managers, and custom applicators agree TeeJet provides today's electronic controls of choice.
We've had a couple other brands, and they've done well, but it just seemed like the 855 is just really a step above anything right now. I think they've got a new leader right now.
You know, you save a lot of money in chemicals. You know, it's so accurate.
Very precise. I guess compared to our old system, it was considerably more precise. If we were within 50 to 100 gallons in a tank full, we were pretty happy. This thing is just acres and gallons are right on the money. So it's very precise.
Everything's electronic now.
I mean, we're very happy with the system. It's a good company. Their backup support's great. Good outfit.
In an often unpredictable world, go for what's predictable. The superior reliability and performance of Spraying Systems Company's TeeJet brand. TeeJet 844 or TeeJet 855. A choice of total systems and options, sure to accommodate your individual needs and to enable you to control the realities of spraying with the predictable precision of TeeJet.